I mean, I like that one Ice Spice song.
You thought I was feeling you?
Okay, has anyone else ever been asked that question before? I feel like normally that question is asked by a girl to a guy. And I've also seen on like TikTok, women will make their lists of green flags for guys. And occasionally I'll see that on there, like listens to female artists. And I don't think that it's an invalid question. If you're a guy and your favorite artists are DaBaby, Eminem, Joyner Lucas, Morgan Wallen, and Lil Durk, maybe just broaden your horizons a little bit, not even just to women, just other guys. Please just listen to anyone else. Now, I would be lying if I said my Spotify Wrapped wasn't filled with probably a disproportionate amount of male artists, but I don't listen to an artist solely if they're a man or a woman. I listen to them if their music is good. That's the only requirement. So here's a list of female artists that I really enjoy listening to, that I also think you would enjoy listening to. Okay, before we get to the list, honorable mention to Lana Del Rey. I haven't listened to a whole lot of her music other than a handful of songs, but I will get around to her more in due time because I have really enjoyed what I've listened to. An honorable mention number 2 goes to Gracie Abrams. I listened to her latest album, Good Riddance, and I actually enjoyed it. I do think that there is a pretty obvious target audience that she's trying to reach that I do not fall under. But maybe if I was more sad when I listened to the album, I would have liked it more. So maybe I'll return to it if I'm ever curled up on my bedroom floor crying. Okay, so number 5. These aren't in any specific order, by the way. Number 5 is Rihanna. Okay, you hear me say Rihanna, and you're like, okay, duh, what kind of list is this? She performed at the Super Bowl. Who doesn't know Rihanna? Okay, buddy, if Rihanna didn't perform at the halftime of your little football game, the only 2 songs you would know by her are the 2 that she made with Eminem, okay? So hop off. I listened to Anti for the first time all the way through recently, and that actually is what prompted me to make this video. I've heard this album was really good for the longest time, but never got around to listening to it. I feel like for the longest time, I kind of saw Rihanna as like a radio artist, just because when I was younger and would listen to the radio a lot more, I like frequently remember a bunch of her songs being on the radio. So it's like, that's just kind of what I associate with her. And I've never really listened to her since then. But Consideration, the intro track off of Anti, was like a recommended song to me on Spotify one day, and I like listened to it 4 times. I was like, what is going on here? Yo, by the way, Spotify is better than Apple Music. That's all I have to say on that. This entire album is just so incredible. My other favorite song besides Consideration is any song that was produced by a man or features Drake. I'm going to be listening to more Rihanna in the coming times, and you should too if you haven't listened to her besides any song that she made with Eminem. Okay, so number 4. If you thought Rihanna was an obvious choice, then just wait till you hear this artist. Number 4 is Taylor Swift. So I say Taylor Swift and you're like, okay, who is this guy trying to impress by saying that he listens to Taylor Swift? Firstly, that's not the topic of discussion, so hop off. Number 2, 95% of Taylor Swift's follower base is women, so I could say anyone. I'm trying to impress anyone. I'm currently listening through every Taylor Swift album, and so she's been an artist that I've been listening to a lot more recently. And so far, I've made it through her first 3 albums, and they're just good, okay? If you've been sleeping on her, don't sleep on her. I mean, no woman is sleeping on her, but every man is sleeping on her. I've never really sat down and listened to Taylor Swift much at all since she came out with Reputation. Like, What You Made Me Do was a song that I actually really liked, but I'm going back and listening to them all now. So Taylor Swift is also just, even more relevant than ever before, really. She's got that huge tour that's going on right now. My sister actually saw her in Nashville last weekend, I think she was there. So also, I need a Swiftie to help answer this question for me. Is it okay to like Taylor Swift and John Mayer? Can I say that? Will I get beat up if I say that? What's their current situation looking like? Are they still beefing? Because hearing Dear John made me think about John Mayer, and I was like, oh, let me go listen to some John Mayer. And I love John Mayer's music, unless of course I'm not supposed to love John Mayer's music, in which case I hate John Mayer's music. Please, someone let me know. Whatever opinion is the correct opinion, that's what I believe in. Okay, so now moving on to an artist that isn't in the top 10 monthly streamed artists in the world, and that would be BENEE. If you don't know BENEE, she had a huge song that blew up on TikTok, and no, I did not find out about her music after that song blew up. I listened to her before, I promise. Don't doubt me on that one. She is an alternative / indie pop artist from New Zealand. She's currently got 2 EPs and 2 LPs out. BENEE's music is just so good. It just gets me in a good mood every single time I listen to her. It just can't help but dance a little bit when I hear her. Fire on Mars is my favorite project by her. It's only 6 songs and it's 21 minutes. So there's really no excuse if you don't listen to her now after watching this, because I know you're not doing anything for the next 21 minutes. So just throw her on and listen to her. Definitely recommend. And so moving on to number 2 is an artist that I kind of grouped together with BENEE. Not that they know each other or make music together at all, but they kind of just make the same kind of music. And that would be Remi Wolf. She also is an alternative / indie pop artist. She is not from New Zealand. She's from California. She's got technically 2 albums and an EP out, although one of her albums is like a remix and extended version of her EP, so I really don't know where the line is for that one. But she's got a song with Dominic Fike. She is featured on Kenny Beats' Louie. She does vocals on a couple of the songs. She is in the realm of other artists that I really enjoy listening to, so she's got an incredible voice. Her 2021 project, Juno, is an absolute recommendation to listen to. There's only like 1 or 2 songs that I really don't enjoy all that much on there, but you should go listen to her. Okay, so number 1, kind of moving through these quickly. These are just less of me telling you who this artist is and more just telling you to go listen to this artist, because they're good and the music really will speak for itself. But number one, going back to the big dogs, that sort of was a pun. It's SZA. So this list features 3 artists in the top 12 monthly listeners on Spotify, which, okay, again, I know that 95% of the people that listen to these artists are female, so I guess this list is more targeted at dudes. But anyone listening to this. I don't know what I could say about SZA that really hasn't already been said yet. Control, SOS, I haven't listened to Z, but they're all great albums. She's an incredible artist, singer, vocalist, songwriter, all of the above. She's on the same label as Kendrick. She couldn't fail if she wanted to. So, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is my list. Okay, call it basic if you want. It's not basic. Maybe it's basic if you're a woman, but if you're a man, I know this is maybe the most abstract list you've ever seen. If there's any female artists that you love to listen to, let me know. I'd love to check them out. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Spotify and Instagram and Twitter and Letterboxd. I'd love to get connected with everyone. I'll probably make a playlist with a lot of songs from all of these artists. So if you just want to hear the best songs on all these albums by these artists, go check out my Spotify. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the list. Appreciate you. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out. I can't even lie. Ice Spice she's putting out bangers right now.